Today we're going to be making gummy cups and filling them with Jello. You will need 3 packets of unflavored gelatin, 2 packets of Jello, each about 3 ounces or 85 grams. One of these will be for the filling. You will also need cold water, a pan to cook with, and a silicone mold for the cups. This is optional, but it can make things easier if you also have a bowl and a plate. We will start with 3/4 cups of cold water. Then we'll take the 3 packets of gelatin and sprinkle them over the water. It works best to let the powder soak up the water as you sprinkle it. Let it sit until it's all wet. If you put this in a bowl, transfer it to your pan and heat it up on the stove using low heat. Heat and stir it until it melts. Now take the Jello packet that you want to use for your gummy cup and add it to the pan. Mix it on low heat until it all dissolves. Remember that this process creates foam on the surface that you may not want. I've noticed that the hotter you get it and the more vigorously you stir it, the more foam it makes. Once that's all melted and mixed together, we need to put it into our mold. Notice how there's a little bit of foam in the mold. Just skim it off of the surface with a spoon, and the rest of the mixture will set cleanly. I left the mixture out for about 10 minutes to partially set, then I put it in the freezer for about half an hour. You can also put it in the refrigerator if you prefer. Just try not to let it freeze. Next, we'll remove the gummy cups from the mold. The gummy is pretty strong, so it shouldn't rip or tear while you are doing this. Just turn the mold sections inside out. Put the cups on a plate as you remove them. Now we just need to make the filling for the cups. You can use any kind of filling that you want. Pudding, chocolate, fruit, maybe add some whipped cream with a cherry on top. I'm using Jello. Just make it like you normally would. I'm going to follow the directions on the box. Once your filling is made, add it into the cups. Having the cups on a plate will make it easier to move them into the freezer without making a mess. Just like before, I leave them in the freezer for about half an hour. Or you can put them in the refrigerator and leave them until you are ready to enjoy them. And that's it. If you choose to try this recipe, feel free to experiment with it. If you want your gummy to be firmer, use more gelatin. If you want it softer, use less. If you prefer it to be sweeter, replace some of the water with corn syrup. Adjust the recipe to your preferences and taste. And most importantly, enjoy it.